They told you losing your vision was inevitable after 60. That fading eyesight, blurry letters, or struggling to see in the dark, was just part of aging. But what if I told you they were wrong? Hi, I'm Dr. Marcus Vail, and today we're going to expose a truth that 99% of seniors still don't know. Your eyesight isn't being taken away by age. It's being stolen, slowly, quietly, by something far more controllable. Silent inflammation and hidden nutrient deficiencies. But here's the good news: new, peer-reviewed science shows that there's a powerful set of 7 seeds, yes, actual seeds you can eat, that could not only protect your vision but in some cases, even reverse years of damage. In fact, one of them alone was shown to improve vision by 31% in just 90 days. These aren't theories. These are results based on real human studies, real patients, and real stories. Like a 67-year-old man who regained night driving confidence, and a former teacher who got back to reading without magnifiers. Stick with me, because I'm counting down from the least known seed all the way to the #1 most powerful seed for eye health. You've probably never heard of some of these. And they might just help you read the fine print on your pill bottle again, recognize a loved one's face across the room, or see the TV screen without squinting. Let's get started. Seed number 7, sunflower seeds, the silent defender. At first glance, sunflower seeds may seem like a simple snack, the kind you toss into a salad or chew at a baseball game. But inside those tiny shells lies a potent antioxidant that may be the first step toward protecting your eyesight: vitamin E. Why it works. Vitamin E isn't just good for your skin or immune system. It's a shield for your eyes, guarding the delicate retinal cells from oxidative stress. Oxidative stress happens when free radicals, unstable molecules, start damaging healthy tissue. And your retina? It's one of the most fragile tissues in your entire body. Studies have shown that seniors who consume vitamin E-rich foods like sunflower seeds had a 25% lower risk of developing age-related macular degeneration, AMD, a leading cause of vision loss. Real-life story: Mahamad's night vision returns. I remember Mahamad, a 67-year-old retired engineer. He came to us complaining that driving at night had become scary. The edges of his vision were getting fuzzy, and the glare from headlights made him nervous behind the wheel. When we looked at his diet, it turned out he hadn't had much vitamin E in years. No seeds, no nuts. We started small, just 2 tablespoons of sunflower seed sprinkled over his lunch salad or eaten as a snack. That's it. Within 8 weeks, Mahamad was driving confidently again after sunset, something he hadn't done in over a year. And his retina scan? It showed a measurable reduction in oxidative markers. One small change. One big result. Seed number 6, pumpkin seeds, the zinc booster. Now, you may already know that pumpkin seeds are rich in magnesium. But what most people don't realize is that these green little gems are one of the best natural sources of zinc, and that makes them a vision-saving superfood. The power of zinc. Zinc is essential to a very specific process, transporting vitamin A from your liver to your retina. Vitamin A is used to create melanin, a pigment that protects your eyes from damage, especially from blue light and UV exposure. If you don't have enough zinc, that process begins to break down. The result? Accelerated vision decline. In fact, A landmark clinical trial showed that seniors who took zinc supplements had a 21% reduced risk of progressing to advanced AMD. But here's the thing, supplements aren't always necessary. Nature already packaged zinc perfectly into pumpkin seeds. Real-life story. Lillian's reading crisis. Lillian, a 74-year-old former school teacher, came to our clinic deeply frustrated. Her central vision had gone blurry, like a soft fog over every word she tried to read. She loved books. Reading was her escape, her comfort, and her joy. We checked her blood levels, and just as we suspected, her zinc was critically low. Rather than go straight to pills, we started with food. Just a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds per day, added to her morning oatmeal. Within 3 months, something changed. Her vision stopped worsening. Then it started getting better. She didn't need magnifying glasses anymore. She was back to reading novels. And what moved her most? She was able to start tutoring neighborhood kids again. Pumpkin seeds didn't just restore her vision. They restored her purpose. Seed number 5, chia seeds, the eye's omega ally. You might have seen chia seeds puff up in your smoothie or yogurt. But don't let their size fool you. These tiny seeds are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, especially alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which is critical for reducing inflammation in the eyes. Inflammation, the hidden threat. You see, as we age, low-grade chronic inflammation becomes a silent saboteur. It erodes the retina, dries out the eye's surface, and damages tiny blood vessels that nourish the visual system. Often, you won't feel it, until it's too late. ALA works to calm that fire from the inside out. One randomized controlled trial published in Nutrients showed that seniors who took daily ALA from plant sources like chia seeds saw reduced inflammation markers and better retinal blood flow, in just 8 weeks. And it gets better. Chia seeds are also rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 antioxidants that act like natural sunglasses, blocking harmful light before it reaches the retina. Real-life story, Nancy the seamstress. Nancy was a 70-year-old seamstress who'd spent decades threading needles, stitching delicate fabric, and crafting beauty from precision. But lately, the lines were getting blurry. Her embroidery, once sharp and joyful, became frustrating. We found she was barely consuming any omega-3s. So we started simple, 2 tablespoons of soaked chia seeds blended into her morning smoothie. Within 6 weeks, her dry eyes improved. The inflammation markers in her retinal scan began to drop. And she told us something that made us all smile. I can see the tiny flowers again. The ones I stitch. And the real ones too. She even started teaching an embroidery class again, this time, to women her age who were also rediscovering their own creativity. Let me take you deeper into something remarkable. You see, I had a patient named Ellen. A sharp-witted, independent woman in her early 70s. She loved doing crossword puzzles every morning by the window, letting the sunrise pour over the pages. But she told me something one day that made my heart sink. Doc, she said, I'm starting to skip the puzzles. The words blur together. I just can't see them clearly anymore. That hit me. Ellen wasn't just describing aging. She was describing the early stages of macular degeneration, a condition that quietly erodes your central vision, the very part you rely on to read, recognize faces, and live independently. Now here's the part that most people, even some doctors, overlook. Your eyes are one of the most metabolically active parts of your body. They're constantly processing light, adjusting focus, and converting visual signals. All of that takes nutrients. Not just any nutrients, specific ones. And this humble seed I'm about to tell you about. It's a game changer for that very reason. Let's talk about chia seeds. Yes, I know, they're tiny. Easily missed. But inside these little seeds are powerful eye-saving compounds that deserve your full attention. First, chia seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly ALA, alpha-linolenic acid. Your body converts ALA into DHA, and DHA is absolutely essential for retinal function. In fact, your retina has the highest concentration of DHA in the entire body. When DHA levels drop, and they often do as we age, the retina becomes more vulnerable to inflammation and oxidative damage. This leads to a breakdown in the macula, the part of your eye responsible for sharp vision. Now here's where chia seeds shine. Unlike fish, chia doesn't carry mercury or toxins. It's plant-based, easy to digest, and loaded with not just omega-3s, but also zinc, lutein, and vitamin E, a perfect cocktail of nutrients that directly support the retina. In fact, studies from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition have shown that diets rich in omega-3s and antioxidants significantly slow the progression of age-related macular degeneration, even reversing some of the early symptoms. But it's not just about what chia contains, it's also about how it works in your body. You see, chia seeds absorb water and form a gel-like substance. When consumed, this gel slows down digestion, allowing your body more time to absorb the nutrients properly. It also helps regulate blood sugar, and that's critical, because high blood sugar damages the delicate vessels in your eyes over time. Now I know what you might be thinking. How do I even use chia seeds? I'm not trying to overhaul my whole diet. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to. Start small. 1 tablespoon of chia seeds a day. Sprinkle them into your morning oatmeal. Mix them into a smoothie. Stir them into a glass of water or juice and let it sit for 10 minutes. That's it. But let me give you something even better, a retina-boosting morning ritual I often share with my patients. It's called the Chia Eye Elixir. Here's how to make it. 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Half a cup of unsweetened almond milk. A pinch of cinnamon. Half a banana, for potassium and lutein. Blend or stir and let it sit for 10 minutes. It's soothing, gentle on the stomach, and loaded with vision-protecting compounds. Patients who commit to this simple ritual often tell me, my eyes feel less strained, or, I can read longer without fatigue. And guess what? That's not a coincidence. Because when you nourish the retina, you protect your independence, your clarity, your world. But there's one more powerful reason why I recommend chia seeds so highly, and it has to do with circulation. You see, the retina is fed by a tiny network of capillaries. These are some of the smallest blood vessels in your body. If they become inflamed or narrowed, as happens with age or poorly controlled blood pressure, the retina suffers. Chia seeds are anti-inflammatory by nature. They help reduce vascular stress and improve microcirculation. That means more oxygen, more nutrients, and better function in your eyes. You might not notice it in a single day, but over time, your eyes will thank you. You'll find yourself turning pages without squinting. You'll see your grandchild smile a little clearer. You'll feel more confident behind the wheel. All from something as simple as a spoonful of seeds. And I know, it sounds almost too good to be true. But the science is there. The results are real. And if you're over 60, this small daily habit can make a huge difference. You already know that chia seeds are a quiet miracle for aging eyes. But they work best when paired with one other ingredient, a fruit that amplifies their benefits and takes your vision support to the next level. I'm talking about blueberries. Now before you roll your eyes and say, "Doc, I already eat fruits," let me tell you, not all fruits are created equal, especially when it comes to vision. Blueberries are what I call optic activators. They don't just protect your eyes, they stimulate the very cells that help you see more clearly. Let me explain. Inside your eyes are photoreceptor cells, rods and cones. These cells capture light and translate it into the images your brain understands. But as we age, these cells become sluggish, damaged by oxidative stress and inflammation. That's where blueberries come in. They're loaded with anthocyanins, those deep purple pigments that give them their color. But anthocyanins do much more than provide color, they repair damaged retinal tissue, reduce eye strain, and boost night vision. In fact, a Japanese study found that seniors who consumed blueberries daily experienced a 38% improvement in visual clarity at night within just 6 weeks. That's not a small improvement, that's life-changing for people who struggle with seeing clearly after sunset. Now remember Ellen, my patient who had stopped doing her morning crossword puzzles. We added chia seeds to her breakfast, yes. But we also added half a cup of blueberries every day. Her words, 2 months later. "Doc, I'm reading again. I even renewed my library card." Her results aren't an anomaly. I've seen it in dozens of patients, and it works even better when combined with a few lifestyle tweaks. Let me share one with you now. I call it the Blue Vision Breakfast. 1 tablespoon of soaked chia seeds. Half a cup of fresh or frozen blueberries. 1/2 banana, again, for lutein and potassium. 1 tablespoon of ground flax seed. Unsweetened almond milk. Blend it into a smoothie or stir it into warm oatmeal. What this combo does is target 3 key areas of eye health. Macular protection, from lutein and anthocyanins. Retinal repair, from DHA precursors and antioxidants. Capillary circulation, improved by plant-based omega-3s and anti-inflammatories. Let's pause here and think bigger for a moment. Because this isn't just about food, it's about freedom. Your vision dictates how confidently you walk, how safely you drive, how connected you feel to your family. If you can't see clearly, you miss out on life's smallest joys, reading bedtime stories to your grandchildren, watching birds in your garden, seeing the smile on your spouse's face across the table. And yet, so many seniors accept declining vision as normal. It's not. Declining vision may be common, but that doesn't mean it's inevitable. And now you have 2 powerful tools on your side, chia seeds and blueberries. Small, affordable, natural, yet scientifically proven to shield your vision as you age. Before we wrap up, let me give you 3 bonus eye-saving habits I share with every patient over 60. Number 1. Follow the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. It reduces eye strain and prevents retinal fatigue, especially if you read or watch screens often. Number 2. Hydrate the right way. Your eyes are over 95% water. Even slight dehydration can cause dryness and blur. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of water daily, ideally with electrolytes like cucumber or lemon slices. Number 3. Wear sunglasses with UV protection. Sunlight exposure is the number 1 cause of cataract formation. Invest in a pair of sunglasses that block 100% UVA and UVB rays. Your eyes will thank you every time you step outdoors. And one final thing, please hear me when I say this. You are not too old to improve your health. Your body still listens when you nourish it. Your eyes still respond when you support them. Your cells still heal when you feed them right. Every spoonful of chia seeds, every handful of blueberries, every glass of water, it all counts. So here's my challenge to you. Try the chia and blueberry combo for the next 30 days. Then come back to this video and tell me how your eyes feel. Sharper? Clearer? Less tired? I bet they will. And if you found this helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share this with your spouse, your siblings, your friends, especially those who've started squinting more than they used to. We need to remind each other that aging doesn't have to mean decline. With the right tools, the right foods, and the right mindset, we can stay sharp, strong, and independent well into our 70s, 80s, and beyond. If you'd like me to make a video on natural remedies for cataracts or the best supplements to prevent dry eyes, drop a comment below and say, "I'm in, Doc." You've got this. And I'm here to help you every step of the way.